Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. In this video I have for you a massive fragrance haul. I have been buying and buying and buying. What else is new? I have for you affordable designer, luxury designer, niche fragrances. I have a mix of all kinds of fragrances and I have a lot of them. Actually, this is just half of what I bought, you know, for the last, I would say 3 weeks. So yeah, I only have half of it, but half of it is quite a lot here on my table. So if you want to find out what they are and hear my thoughts on them, just stay tuned. So I think I'm gonna start with this one. It's one that I've been meaning to buy for a very long time, and I finally pulled the trigger, and yeah, it just kept selling out, or you know, well, going out of stock, and you know, somehow I didn't get around to it, but I finally got my hands on it, and boy, did I get a really good price for this, especially this niche brand. You can get the best prices for this on FragranceNet. I'll tell you what I got for this. Yeah, this one right here is Tiziana Terenzi's Cassiopeia. I have been wanting to get this for a very, very long time. So as you guys know, they come with these informational booklets, all Tiziana Terenzi you know, fragrances. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's one of the, what do you call this collection now? I forget. I'll put it up here. This is what it looks like. Now this I wanted to get because of that passion fruit note in here. Do I want to spray this? I don't really need to, but I'll go ahead and spray it. You can smell it. It's you know, radiating from the atomizer, but I'll spray it anyway. Just I don't know, just so I spray it. So this one, you guys, has that beautiful, beautiful passion fruit note. It's one of my favorite tropical notes, fruity notes, period. It's a tropical fruit that is delicious, by the way. Have you ever had passion fruit juice? Oh, so good. I grew up on passion fruit juice, you guys. Oh, that scent. You can smell that beautiful, juicy passion fruit right in the opening, which is really nice. And actually, it stays throughout the lifetime of the fragrance, I would say, even though it's right in the opening. You get a little bit of a, you know, a tiny bit of a citrus hint, this little tiny tad of like green freshness, but it's really mostly what you smell in this fragrance, especially in the opening, is that beautiful fruity, tropical fruitiness that comes from that passion fruit. And I'm gonna make a very safe guess that there are other fruity notes in here other than passion fruit. This has some beautiful, beautiful floral notes. One of my favorite white floral notes, which is Lily of the Valley. This has some rose. This has a ton of musk, you guys. It's a very fruity, musky fragrance. That's really the two accords that you smell the most. There's something very strong about this fragrance, but not in your face. Still, it's quite aromatic. You know, quite a bit of vanilla here too. Some woody notes I can smell. It's a little tad bit powdery, but this has a nice bit of vanilla. I think it's supposed to be tonka bean that's in this fragrance, because I would say I can smell that, not just the tonka bean, but I would say I smell vanilla. It's not that deep, although there's tonka bean in here. I feel like it's more vanilla leaning than tonka bean, to be honest. And you know, this has a beautiful sensual, you know, woody base with that very sensual sandalwood. It's everything I imagined it would be. You know how you imagine a fragrance to be a certain way from everything you read, like all the notes you read, the composition, and you know, the reviews that people write on, you know, different places they buy from. You know, after hearing everything, you imagine a fragrance to be something in your head. especially when you see the notes, and then sometimes when you receive it, it's not what you imagine, right? But that's not the case with Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia is pretty much what I imagined it to be, and I was praying that it would have a very strong passion fruit note, that the passion fruit would not be subtle, and my wishes came true. The passion fruit note, I would say, is quite prominent, very beautiful, tropical, juicy, and that passion fruitness, you know, right in the opening. So well worth getting this. By the way, you guys, I keep telling you this, please don't drop any more money than you absolutely have to on fragrances when you buy fragrances. Listen, you can buy Tiziana Terenzi fragrances on FragranceNet. I'm not sponsored. I don't get no commission. I'm telling you this for your own, you know, benefit. That's where I got this from. I got it on FragranceNet. They had this 40% off sale. Is it still going on? I will put it up here if it's still going on. It's not necessarily like a sale, but they had this thing where each customer gets like a one-time 40% off deal. Now, even if they didn't have the 40% off, they usually have the Tiziana Terenzi and many of their other fragrances for like 35% off, 37% off actually. There's a discount code that always works for 37% off or 35% off sometimes. But this one time they had a 40% off per customer per purchase, like just one time thing, 40% off. So you just have to type in your email address and it would allow you to use that coupon. So I got this 40% off. You can get a huge discount. Don't get it anywhere else. Try fragrance.net, or it's fragrancenet.com, I'm sorry, fragrancenet.com, or try fragrancebuy.ca for Canadian customers. I'm not sure, does fragrancenet.com ship to Canada? They might. Check that out. I'm not sure, but yeah, one of those two places. And you know, FragranceNet and Fragrance Buy, always, everything they have is 100% authentic fragrances. So don't waste your money. Okay, yeah, this is Tiziana Terenzi Cassiopeia. Well, next I have a fragrance, another one that I have been wanting to get for a very long time. I don't know why I kept skipping it. I guess I kept buying other fragrances from this fragrance house, and somehow this got put in the back burner, and I finally got a full bottle. I actually had several samples of this and I've smelled this like a million times, so this was certainly not a blind buy, whereas Cassiopeia was a blind buy. It's Tom Ford Jasmine Rouge. You guys, this is or Jasmine Rouge. This is the beautiful jasmine fragrance. Here's what the bottle looks like. Oh my goodness, is this the most beautiful, stunning jasmine fragrance you ever smelled? I mean, I really feel like it's a crime to spray this right now on a blotter card. I seriously don't want to. So yeah, I'm not going to, you guys, because I've sprayed this a million times. I mean, I've used this a million times now. My little samples, I went through like several samples. That's radiating from the atomizer here. The most beautiful jasmine scent. You know, it's really hard to find a true jasmine scent. I feel like a lot of the time when, you know, there's a jasmine dominant fragrance, it's somehow overpowered by other fragrance notes or ruined, you know, with other fragrance notes that kind of change the jasmine scent. I feel like there's always something that ruins jasmine fragrances, and it's, you know, most of them end up not being like true jasmine scents, whereas this is not, you guys. Now this has some yellow florals too, but they are not, they're kind of dancing with jasmine, you know, in harmony instead of overpowering jasmine. The perfumer definitely gave jasmine the chance to shine. You know, it is the star of the play in this one. The thing I love the most about this fragrance is that it has the most beautiful fragrance notes, you know, and it has like the most beautiful opening. It has all these gorgeous citruses like mandarin orange, which is like a little bit sweeter, sweeter, I would say, you know, citrus that's not too sharp, but it's, you know, got other like citruses too, like bergamot. There are some bits of little beautiful warm spices in there, like a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of cardamom, which by the way are not at all overpowering. In fact, if I didn't read the composition, fragrance composition, I wouldn't have detected the cinnamon or the cardamom, because they're not very, it's not a very spicy opening. Do you get what I'm saying? There is a little bit of a tiny kick to it from the black pepper or a pepper note, but again, it's not that like front and center. It's not that noticeable. It's got a juicy zing from that ginger, you know, that juicy zing, which is the only way I know how to describe it. Ginger gives the most beautiful opening to fragrances. So this has beautiful jasmine, of course. I wonder what kind of jasmine that is in here. I want to say night blooming jasmine, you know, or jasmine sambac. Maybe it's jasmine sambac. Either jasmine sambac or night blooming jasmine. And this has ylang ylang. I knew this had ylang ylang because ylang ylang is right there in the background, kind of like giving it a more tropical vibe, you know. This has, I think, neroli, and then there's like a little bit of clary sage, which is very unnoticeable, I think. And then of course in the base, beautiful amount of vanilla, amber, which is very necessary for this composition. So you're going to get your money's worth. This is not going to be one of those fragrances that just kind of disappear on you. Well, at least not on me. I don't know what your experience is. I mean, I couldn't imagine this disappearing on that quickly on anybody, honestly. Like, this just radiated from my skin, and it just really, really like agreed with my chemistry. This lasted like almost 8 hours, you know, going on my skin, and of course much longer on my clothes, I would say, until I washed them. And even after that, like little faint amount I could smell. Absolutely stunning. And I love this gorgeous red bottle, you guys. It's like putting two of my favorite things in one package. Color red is my favorite, and jasmine is like my favorite white floral note, one of my favorite white floral notes. So it couldn't have gotten any better. I don't know what took me so long to get this fragrance. This leaves the most intoxicating trail. Absolutely love it. Not too indolic. It keeps from going too indolic, but still has that sort of hypnotic, narcotic qualities of the white florals and the yellows florals. So yeah, this is a Jasmine Rouge by Tom Ford. Next, I have a fragrance that I have been using for, you know, about 3 weeks now, and I did another video where I featured this for the first time, hot new releases video. Check that out. I will link it up here and down in the description box. This is from one of my all-time favorite fragrance houses in the world. Every single one of the fragrances I have from this house is a knockout, okay? So this is their latest release from their latest fragrance collection. Of course, this is Mikaelav Soleil Passion, you guys, from the Stories of Love collection, which is their brand new collection. There'll be more fragrances in this collection, but I want to show you. I kept it in the package, although I've been using it, just so that I can feature it in this video as well, in my haul video for the first time. So yeah, I love this, how this comes with this little charm, like a little bracelet. It has like a little sun charm here. I don't know if you can see that. There it is. So yeah, so this one, you guys, is a very like sunny, bright, fruity fragrance. Oh, so good. Oh, so good, so good, so good. I don't want to spray this. I don't want to spray it. I'm very stingy about spraying my fragrances. If I can smell it right out of the atomizer, I don't spray it. But I'll spray just for you guys. This is not my fragrance of the day, so I'm not going to spray it on myself. Oh, you guys, this has the most delicious. I think it's the first thing that comes to my mind. I'm going to describe it a bit differently in this video because now I know the notes. I actually completely guessed the notes of this fragrance when I first featured it in my new releases video. They hadn't even gotten the chance to release the fragrance notes when I sniffed this for the first time and featured it in that video. But I guessed quite a few of them. I really did. Yeah, I knew I smelled a lot of fruitiness. I actually should have said that because I could smell the strawberry here. I'll get to that here in a minute. I don't know why I didn't say that out loud in that video. But I did guess, you know, the lily of the valley in here, the mandarin orange, you know, I guessed the sandalwood. I guessed quite a few notes actually without even knowing anything about what was in here. But before I get to the notes, I want to tell you guys that this is the most delicious, oh, it's like juicy, fruity, herbally scent. When I say herbal, I don't mean literally herbs, you know, or herbs for you, you know, you guys in Europe. I don't literally mean it smells like herbs, you know. That's not what I mean. When in perfumery, when you talk about herbal, it's more of this like very kind of, I imagine in my mind this sort of like high oil concentration, sort of oily herbalness that it's really hard to describe that. It gives it this sexiness to fragrances, you guys. Have you ever had, you know, like, I'll name a few herbal notes that are extremely sexy in fragrances. There is Davana, there is cyprol oil, there's like other herbal notes, even things like, I don't know, like clary sage or lavender, which is an herbal note, by the way. They are so good, okay? So please understand what I mean. This is a very juicy, herbally sexy fragrance, you guys. It's just so good. Unfortunately, this was released like later in summer, and it's still the right time to wear this. Weather is still not cold. It's not getting cold yet. I'm still wearing this. I actually wore it yesterday, I want to say. Was it day before or yesterday? Oh my gosh, this thing lasts forever on my skin. It just keeps going and going, and it develops when it dries down, it gets sweeter, and it's just so beautiful. I really love the opening of this fragrance because, you guys, it has the most juicy, fruity kind of burst in this fragrance because it has wild strawberries in the opening. Juicy, delicious, fruity burst of strawberries. So, you know, regular strawberries, right? Now when you smell it, you can smell the strawberry, you know, but these wild strawberries, you guys, really pack a punch. I feel like it's very like, you know, that fruitiness is there, and there's a little tanginess to it. Like there's a little bit of a tang to that fruitiness, you know. And there's pomegranate, which adds like a sweetness to this and adds to the juicy burst. And the best citrus for this fragrance is in here, mandarin orange. Mandarin orange was the best one. It's very kind of sweet and almost syrupy citrus, you know, in my opinion. And you guys, I knew I smelled the most beautiful, delicate florals in this. I guessed one of them, Lily of the Valley. It's one of my all-time favorite white florals. Very feminine, very, very, very feminine. You know what? It's funny. This to me actually kind of is a unisex fragrance, you know, when I first reviewed. But this leans feminine. I think due to the fact that this has beautiful sort of delicate florals like Lily of the Valley and another stunning exotic floral that you don't find in many fragrances, you guys, water lily. Oh yeah, this has water lily. So good. Have you ever smelled the water lily? It's a tropical floral, you guys. It's so stunning. It has this like intoxicating, like hypnotizing scent about it. It actually, this is probably, water lily is probably a natural fragrance note in here because it actually has a beautiful scent, the actual flower. And this has a little bit of rose in this fragrance. And then the next thing I smell a lot is like that sensual sandalwood in the dry down. And it's got musk, you know, you can actually smell the sexiness from the musk. And I should have guessed ambergris. Actually, I did guess ambergris, didn't I? I believe I guessed ambergris the first time around, because you can smell that sort of like the minerally, it has a little bit of mineral nuances, and every time it's in a fragrance it gives this, I don't want to say aquatic, like a marine kind of vibe to fragrances, which adds to the juicy burst of this fragrance, that juicy freshness. And there's like some kind of herbally quality to this. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of, I smelled like, when I first got it in the opening, I felt like I smelled a little minty freshness too, but there's no mint in this, I don't think. But this has either grenadine or something else, or an herbal note that gives it a sort of an herbally sexiness. I know grenadine isn't like an herb, but I think that's what I smelled and thought it was like minty, you know? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, grenadine is a sort of a, it's a fantasy note. It's like a fruity note, but I think that almost gave that sort of like sexy herbally vibe to my nose. And there may be unrevealed herbal notes in here, a couple of them that is sort of giving that right in the opening. But this is the most juicy, beautiful, fruity, sexy fragrance, you guys. This is a very sunny fragrance. It's like, you know, I can understand why they named it Soleil Passion, because it's very sunny, it's bright, it reminds me of summer. This would be a great fragrance to wear in like hot, like warm weather, even hot weather. This would like project and, you know, really perform well in hot weather. And it still performs well right now. You know, I'm yet to see how it performs in like a little bit colder weather. I might wear it and see. Get it now, you guys, and wear it like winter will be over before you know it, and you can wear this. And if you want a discount, the only place to get a discount is on the Mmicallef website. You will not get this new release anywhere else for a discounted price. I have a nice discount for you down in the description box. Go to the description box, click that thing that says see more under the video, and it'll unfold the description box. And in the description box, see there is a discount code. It's actually for a 10% discount. Go down there, and if you have any trouble, just let me know. Anyway, yeah, this is, if you want a discount on it, this is a gorgeous fragrance, 100% approve it. So speaking of Mmicallef, I got another one they sent me. Thank you very much to Mmicallef, by the way, for always sharing these gorgeous, gorgeous, stunning, stunning, stunning perfumes I can't live without. Every single one of Mmicallef fragrances that I have in my collection, you guys, I absolutely adore. All right, here's another one. This one is another one they sent me. This is 20 Years by Mmicallef. This is from their new Legends collection. You guys know that they released some of their legendary fragrances that are, you know, really well known. They re-released them in new packaging. Mmicallef Watch was one of them, and 20 Years was another one. So let me show you what it looks like. So it's that square bottle design with the beautiful little jewel right there, which I absolutely adore, by the way. The cleanness of these gorgeous bottles, they're new gorgeous bottles. They're stunning, you guys. And these bottles are handmade, by the way. These are hand bottled. They really put a lot of attention to detail. I don't need to spray this. This is beautiful, by the way. Spoiler alert. I am not needing to spray it. You don't ever have to spray Mikaelav fragrances. They project from the atomizer, but I'll do it just for you guys, just because it gives you satisfaction to see me spray it. Oh my gosh! Oh my god. That one is juicy and delicious, and you just want to be like, you know, and just you just feel like a juicy, fruity sexiness when you wear that one. And this one is sultry. Okay, I'm making some weird noises. I need to stop. This is blowing my mind. This is definitely one for fall, you guys. Fall and winter, I would even say. Actually, this is one you can wear all year round. But definitely all year round at nighttime for warmer months. This is the most delicious opening. Well, not opening, only opening, middle and base notes. Oh my gosh. This has the most gorgeous, like exotic, like fruits, like a fruity, like very delicious smelling fruity notes, which is, they're throwing me for a loop because I can't quite pinpoint what that is. There's a fruity note that is so intoxicating in here. It's unfortunate I can't single out what that fruity note is because it's like a cocktail of fruity notes in here that's just so good. And this has like white rose, you guys. Oh my God, so intoxicating. I wonder if it's that white rose mixed with that beautiful fruity notes that give that intoxicating opening. It has a little bit of a soft spicy hint. I believe it's like it's nutmeg. Of course, there's some citruses as always. Well, there's geranium, which always complements rose notes. So this has white rose, so there's geranium. Oh, you guys, then this has Davana flower. I just talked to you about Davana as an herbal note. Like I think it's the Davana plant that we usually talk about as an herbal note. This is the Davana flower. I wonder if that's what's making this so darn intoxicating. Man, oh man. Yeah, I wish I knew what the Davana flower smells like, but that very exotic scent I'm getting, that intoxicating as all get out, that's probably the Davana flower, I want to say. So this has orange flower. This I think has, I feel like I smell jasmine too. Not sure if it's a revealed note or not. I smell jasmine, a very herbally sexiness that I can't put my finger on. I'm wondering if it's Davana flower and Davana, because every time there's Davana, I told you, it's like this really sexy herbal note that's so good, so sexy. And then this has a humongous dose of vanilla, big amount of vanilla. You can smell that sweetness from the vanilla. It's very sexy with a big blast of musk, white musk, I want to say. A little hint of patchouli, but if you are afraid of patchouli, please don't be like taken aback. You can't really, it doesn't smell like dirty patchouli. It doesn't smell earthy. It's right like in there, giving it like longevity. This thing lasts forever on my skin. Forever, okay? And it projects, radiates, okay? And leaves a nice scent trail. And it just is like on the clothes, it'll stay there even after washing, by the way. So yeah, this is a beautiful, stunning beauty. I've only gotten the chance to wear it like, I want to say 2 or 3 times. So I haven't put much of a dent into it. I've been waiting for the fall to come. I'm starting to really go at this one like crazy. Oh my God, the Legends collection is legendary, you guys. Buy the whole darn collection. Use the discount code in the description box. You can get all of these new ones, like new relaunches and the new releases, which you won't get discounts anywhere else for. Down in the description box, like I said, hit the 3 dots, the more thing. They changed the whole look of YouTube, you know, like what you see. So click the more and then it'll unfold and show you the description box. It's in the description box. I have a good discount. You're gonna get a lot of compliments. Can't wait to wear this out and about. I need to wear this the next time we go out. I'll let you know. I'll report back on the compliments. So yeah, this is Mikaelav 20 years. Then I have an affordable designer fragrance that I'm so annoyed with myself for listening to the silly reviews and taking too long to buy it. This is Paco Rabanne Pure Excess. This is such an affordable fragrance, you guys, I tell you. But my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, this is delicious. Here it is. This is what the bottle looks like. I love this like snake. It's all bad, you know, like a badass fragrance bottle. This one, I tell you, I don't have to spray this. This is so strong. This is a potent fragrance. This is as potent as my niche ones that I just put my nose to. And I know I sprayed them anyway. So I'm going to spray this too because, you know, just to keep the theme going. I just, you know, you can smell it like a lot. Like just like my Mikaelavs and other ones that I, you know, sprayed anyway. But you can smell very well from the atomizer. Oh, you guys, this is so beautiful. You know what? I'll tell you the story. So there is a, now, please, don't jump into conclusions. Let me finish talking about it before you decide on this fragrance. There is a popcorn note in this fragrance. And my goodness, everybody kept telling, oh, I can smell the popcorn. It smells like popcorn. Well, you guys, it doesn't, okay? So it scared me out of buying this fragrance because I didn't want to smell like a bucket of popcorn, okay? So who wants to do that? But the thing about people is that they take fragrance notes so literally. I feel like the moment they hear, oh, herbal notes or popcorn note, or they just kind of jump into conclusions thinking, oh, that must mean it literally smells like popcorn. It must literally smell like sage, you know, because there's an herbal note in there. I mean, you know what I mean? Don't in perfumery, when you the perfume note strawberry or the perfume note mint, the perfume note whatever is different from the actual ingredient in real life, you guys. That's not how it's gonna smell in a fragrance, okay? So keep that in mind. And first of all, this is a very vanilla heavy fragrance, so it's very sweet, like super sweet, but I wouldn't call it sickeningly sweet. I like the sweetness. I mean, it's quite sweet, I must admit. It's very, very sweet. But it's a delicious sweetness, you guys. You kind of want to like be like the person who wear this. You kind of want to be like, you know. So yeah, this has like a little bit of a popcorn note, but that's such an unnoticeable sort of in the blended into the composition fragrance note. Not worth mentioning. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's they're kind of adding this slight, almost salty, tiny, like a maybe little hint of butteriness in the background, but that's about it. It doesn't actually smell like popcorn, and it has loads and loads of vanilla. It has beautiful floral notes like jasmine, ylang ylang. I mean, no wonder this smells amazing. It has coconut. Oh, so good. This is actually, in my opinion, a nighttime fragrance, although there's coconut and everything. This is definitely a nighttime fragrance. There are some juicy fruity notes like I believe peaches. It's a very beautiful, juicy fruitiness in there. But what you smell the most is that, you know, like the gorgeous vanilla, the coconut. I do smell the coconut. And then there's like that amberette, you know, there's the amber wood. There's that beautiful sandalwood, the sensual sandalwood in the base. I don't know who the heck thought it smells like popcorn. No, it doesn't. Don't get literal with fragrances. It's like describing that gorgeous, majestic fragrance. What was it? I just reviewed it, by the way. Check it out, my last video. I'll link it up here and down in the description box. And people kept asking me if it smells like, what was it, blueberry muffin? Oh my God. No, no, I didn't have a blueberry muffin note. In this case, it's not exactly what I was describing, but people like use the wrong term and then everybody gets turned off. Right? It's this gorgeous, what is the fragrance I'm talking about? It's EBK Deep and Desire Yacht. I just reviewed it. Check it out. I'll link it up here and down in the description box. Another one that people ruined for me, and I'm so glad I didn't listen to them, is the, what do you call that fragrance? Marc Jacobs Decadent. People kept saying it smells like pickle juices. Oh my gosh, people, no. No, it doesn't smell like pickle juice. I don't have time to describe all that in this video, but you get what I'm talking about, right? Please don't jump into conclusions. Don't think fragrance notes in perfumery smell exactly like the actual ingredients. So just, you know, have a little imagination, you know what I'm saying? And if you are not sure, always get your nose on it. Don't listen to people that are, you know, that you can tell by listening to people if they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So yeah, here is Paco Rabanne Pure Excess. Great, affordable, sexy fragrance. I love to wear this one. I actually been wearing it, although I kept it in the box for this video. I wore it to the movies, duh. You know, it's a nighttime. It was a nighttime date with my family. Wore it to the movies. I wore it out to dinner several times. Got a compliment. So yeah, very beautiful. My husband likes it. He thinks it smells delicious. So next fragrance, I bought it from fragrancebuy.ca. This one is Mancera Wild Candy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. This is so good. Just listen. I mean, okay, by the way, this is their gorgeous pouch. Everybody's at this point familiar with Mancera packaging, I would think. And of course, this is from the that previous collection. But you know what? It has a magnetic cap. So I'm assuming this is a new member to that wild range, because that wild Mancera wild range with the wild python, wild whatever, you know all the wild cherry and all that's from like an old collection, right? I think this is a newer member to that collection, because this has a magnetic cap, because those other ones have a screw top, you know. So anyway, this is beautiful. My goodness, it's so good. By the way, it's projecting right out of the other mic, so this is a beast of a fragrance. So you guys know to use Mancera carefully. Just spray once or twice, otherwise you'll, you know, make people pass out, because it's very strong. You guys are aware, Mancera has that synthetic DNA, you know, Montal and Mancera, they're sister brands. Then they have that synthetic DNA. By the way, somebody said, oh, in one of my videos, oh, you should have mentioned that this is synthetic, has the synthetic DNA. Well, you guys, if I were to mention that in every one of my videos, I'm not going to remember to mention that in every one of my videos. But I'm assuming most of my viewers know by now Mancera and Montal. They do tend to have that synthetic DNA, but that doesn't necessarily mean, and that person seemed to have like this sort of negative association with that synthetic DNA. Guys, not every fragrance note is natural. Even in the most natural fragrance, so-called, that you get, there are synthetic notes, because there are a lot of notes that you can't produce naturally. Okay, there are fantasy notes, the flowers that don't have a scent, like orchid. There's no scent to it. That's synthetic. And there are other animal notes, like you know, like ambergris even now comes from the sperm whale. The castoreum, you're not gonna, you know, musk. You're not gonna kill musk deer to get musk anymore, because we're much more civilized now. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a lot of synthetic notes, and synthetic notes are not a bad thing, you guys. Synthetic notes have really revolutionized, you know, perfumery. This is like a very sweet, I mean, it's called wild candy, okay? It's going to be sweet. If you're not a fan of super sweet fragrances, then this is not for you. This is for those of you girls who love, I would not recommend this for guys. I don't think guys typically like to smell this sweet. This is for my girls who like that girly girl, candy sweet, beautiful fragrance, but not in a candy way, not in a like an actual literally smell like a candy way. This doesn't literally smell like an artificial candy, okay? Please don't even go there. This is candy sweet, you know, and it has beautiful, like bunch of gorgeous fruity notes that are just delicious, adding sweetness. There's like even chocolate, I think, in here, adding a bit of decadence to this. And then, you know, in the opening there are some, of course, it's always a given, there are some citruses. And you guys, this has one of the most delicious floral notes in the world that I love the most. My OG subscribers know what I'm talking about. What's my favorite yellow floral note? It's actually a yellow-white floral note. It's frangipani. There's frangipani in here that gives it this sort of tropical, almost like a tropical beach vibe. It's like something you'd wear on your vacation to dinner, you know, like on a tropical island. There's some Turkish rose in here, which is so intoxicating with that frangipani. That's actually a really good combination. Loads of vanilla, of vanilla, of course, in any sweet fragrance. And then what makes it interesting is that that sweetness is balanced with a little bit of saltiness, which I think is perfect. You know, like when you make even candy, like let's say you're making like a homemade candy or whatever, you know, you put the sugar, but that salt is what really, you know, make it stand out. It's that kind of salty, not like marine vibe, you know, like not that kind of salty, not the ones you get in, not the salty you get in like a real beach for perfume, like super salty one. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Of course, this has beautiful woody notes. I think sandalwood with the sensual and more wood, maybe guaiac wood, lots of musk in any sexy fragrance. This is actually very attractive. I find it very charming. I love to wear it. I've only worn it like once or twice so far. I mean, I just bought this, you guys, okay? Just bought this once to test it, and the next time I forget where I wore it. Not really out and about, I don't think. Maybe to like run errands, I forget. But anyway, I haven't tested it much other than those 2 times, but I know I can speak to the projection and longevity and sillage. Beast mode. Beast mode is all I have to say. Very strong. All of these wild line ones are like that. Absolutely stunning. I can't wait to wear this out. I think this is like an all year round fragrance. You can wear this at nighttime, any old time. I think this is strong enough to withstand the cold weather too. I would say you can wear this in fall and winter as well. Yeah, but I would say it's mostly a nighttime fragrance. You could possibly pull this off during the day during cold months. Yeah, this is Mancera Wild Candy. So the next one, I've already talked about this in my new releases video. Check it out. I'll link it up here and down in the description box. So I'm not going to stay here very long. This is a brand new release from the YSL Libre line, you guys. This is, of course, Libre Le Parfum right here. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to stay here very long. This is a stunner, okay? Stunner. End of story. Get it. Get it now. And what is the answer to the question, which one should I get out of the original, the Entons, and the Le Parfum? Get this one. Get this one. Okay? So here it is. Don't even think twice. Get this one. Okay? This is so stunning. Oh my God. This is a beautiful, super, ultra sexy, delicious, amazing lavender vanilla fragrance. Now, lavender, funnily enough, is typically, traditionally considered a masculine note, which it's not, okay? When you put like a bucket of vanilla with lavender, it becomes so feminine and so delicious. This has the most strong, amazing dose of vanilla in here, and that lavender only makes it sexy, you guys. This fragrance, there's something, this is super sexy, and also at the same time comforting. I don't know how, because I guess sexy because of all the vanilla and comforting because of the lavender. Oh my gosh, my husband loves it. Can't get enough of it. He just keeps sniffing me when I wear this. I like to wear this. I put quite the dent to it actually. You know what? I've worn this like, I don't know, 10 times at least. But look, it's not even going down that much because I don't have to spray it very much. You know, I like to wear this at nighttime when we have like Netflix stay in kind of date nights, and of course this is a gorgeous one for going out too, you guys. Please, absolutely, you can wear this. This will be great for all year round nighttime wear. I would say all year round nighttime wear only. What's so beautiful about this fragrance is the fact that it's so aromatic, you guys. And by the way, not just vanilla. Do you see the ambery color of this fragrance? Of course, this has a large amount of amber, which is so sexy. When you combine amber and vanilla, so good. And you guys, making this so beautiful and sort of syrupy. There's that gorgeous honey, like a big glop of honey that's in here. That makes it even more syrupy, sensual. I don't know. Like, this is actually a very aromatic fragrance, which is typical of any fragrance with lavender, because lavender is a very aromatic note. So you guys, this has a lot of vanilla because there's a bucket of vanilla, and then there's tonka bean, which is like a deeper version of vanilla. Smells like that anyway, very deep and sensual. There's that beautiful sweet honey, tad bit of vetiver, I think. So beautiful. Get it now. That is all the beautiful, actually it's not all, this is half the fragrances I bought in the last 3 weeks. There'll be another haul video and other videos featuring the other ones. Anyway, that's all for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. If you want to see where to buy any of these fragrances and the discounts for these fragrances, like the best discounted place to buy, I always list the best place to buy for the best discounted price down in the description box. And if I have a discount code, I put that down there as well. Go to the description box, you guys. Many of you are missing it, and I can tell by the questions you're asking, you're not looking at the description box. Just, you know, unroll that thing by clicking the more button and it'll unfold, and then you can see all the information I put in the description box. Always check out the description box. It's always a good practice. And let me know what you think of all these gorgeous fragrances. Do you have them? What do you think of them? Please share your thoughts, because I really love hearing from you guys, your experience, because this is just my experience, right? I want to hear from you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell, because without it, it will be useless to subscribe. You will not be notified when I upload. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post everything before I even talk about them here on YouTube. I'll see you guys in my next video.